Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Author's Corner, a creative writing group of students in the Mathematics and Science Academy at UTRGV. My name is Amy Frazier, a lecturer in the Department of Writing and Language Studies, who launched this program under the leadership of Dr. Wilma Smetter, Principal of MSA, along with the much appreciated assistance of Melissa Peña-Montes, MSA's Program Manager. After studying creative writing in Oxford, I applied my newly acquired skills to write and publish a novelette entitled Brujeria in South Texas, scheduled to be released this year in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other bookstore outlets in the U.S. and the U.K. Since its inception of Author's Corner at the onset of spring semester 2020, I mentored, coached, and instructed a dynamic group of students with a propensity to author intriguing stories. Everyone has a story to tell. The key element, paramount in creative writing, lies in the ability to tell a good story that comes from the heart, mind, and soul of the individual, whose uniqueness is tantamount to a person's fingerprints. No two stories are exact duplicates in its originality. Even a subtle change in a similar theme adds nuance and dimension to a story that yields unexpected outcomes and an element of surprise that often allows the characters to come alive, leading the author to explore a new direction he never imagined. Currently in our 5th consecutive semester, MSA students continue to produce entertaining short stories and fiction published in the Writer newspaper. We are so excited and honored to engage for the first time this semester as participants in UTRGV's Vaquero Radio. Thank you for this opportunity. We hope you enjoy hearing today's oral presentation. The spotlight shines on one of our talented students as Writing Warrior of the Week in Author's Corner.
One, two, three, four, I heard my friend Jake count as they ran to find a hiding place. I glanced around the kitchen and headed to a cupboard. I opened it, only to find my other friend Jamie already in there. Hey, this is my hiding spot, he said, closing the door. Go find another one. I sighed. 12, 13, 14, I heard Jake say. I hurriedly scanned my eyes around the kitchen. Angela hid behind a curtain, Robert crouched behind the couch, and Layla managed to squeeze in the small space between the fridge and the wall. With no more hiding spaces left, I panicked as time started to run out. I glanced to my right and saw the stairs to the basement. I scrambled downstairs as fast as I could. Jake only counted up to 40. There wasn't much time left. I flipped the switch for the light and quickly tried to find a hiding place. The well-lit basement had worn-out couches lining the walls, and an outdated TV balanced on an old dresser. An old mirror leaned against the wall, its glass marred by a big crack from when I accidentally threw a ball at it. My parents don't like to throw away old things, so they filled the basement with old or broken things that we didn't really use anymore. About to dive behind the boxes of Christmas decorations, I paused as I caught sight of my old toy box. It appeared to be quite big, so fitting in it wouldn't be a problem. I pulled up the lid on its squeaky hinges and closed it over my head, just as I heard Jake yell, 40, ready or not, here I come. I smiled with glee. No one would be able to find me. I'm finally going to be able to win a game of hide and seek. I listened to the shrieks and laughter of the people who got found, until I became the last hider to be found. I could hear the steps creak as my friends walked down the steps to the basement. The lights are on, so he's probably down here, I heard Layla's muffled voice say. Okay, let's split up and look around, Jake said determinedly. I heard them all rustle about the room, but no one paid any attention to the beat-up old toy box sitting innocently in the corner. After a few minutes of searching, Jamie piped up, saying, I don't think he's down here, guys. Yeah, me neither, Angela agreed. Let's go check upstairs. I listened to the footsteps run by me and fade away as they ran up the stairs. I leaned back against my old plushies and waited for Jake to say he gave up. I lay in the box for a few minutes, amusing myself with the old toys I found. I put my ear against the side of the box, straining to hear my friends' voices, but I heard none. In fact, I couldn't hear anything. Before, I could hear the sound of all the parents chattering upstairs, the sizzling of the pan as my grandmother cooked, and the football game that my brother and his friends watched. Now, I only heard dead silence. I slowly pushed open the lid of the box. Its hinges, only slightly squeaky before, completely snapped off as I rose out of the box. I looked at it puzzled, but then turned to yell for my friends, only to stop short. I had only been in the box for what felt like 10 minutes, but my surroundings had changed dramatically. The basement looked exactly the same as it did a few minutes ago, but now a thick layer of dust blanketed everything. I looked around, very confused and slightly spooked. "Mom?" I shouted out. No answer. It seems like years have passed, I thought. I turned to go up the stairs when my foot brushed against a piece of paper. I picked up a newspaper article, yellowed and crumbled. The first few lines read, "7-year-old Matthew Sinclair has been missing for the past 3 days. If there are any clues to his whereabouts, please alert his parents." I pulled my phone out of my pocket. Before, it had read August 9th, 2021. And now, to my horror, it read 2051. Wait, does that mean? I hurried over to the mirror that still leaned against the wall and wiped away at the dust. The face of a scared 7-year-old stared back at me, betraying no sense of aging. I gasped. I had been in the box for the last 30 years without having aged at all.